Good.
You know, the praise goes to all of you. And I say that from the bottom of my heart because it's because of the great work that we did all over Tarrant County at grassroots level that we were able to turn this Senate district Democratic again. And I'm looking at my dear friend Wendy Davis here this evening, and by God, we're going to keep it this time. Let me just begin by thanking you all one more time for your hard work to organize the Democrats in Northeast Tarrant County. We spent a lot of time in Northeast Tarrant during my election campaign, and I never felt any better than when I was in the homes of people who live out here in Hollyville and South Lake and Coast Julius and Bedford. I felt welcome at every step of the way, and I loved every moment that we knocked doors here, and I'm so grateful for every one of you that I see sitting in this audience who I know knocked so many doors. That kind of work is essential to creating the victories that we know we have ahead of us in 2020. And so I want to tell you that in order for us to stay competitive, in order for us to flip these seats that we need in the House, we're going to have to continue to do that same grassroots work that we did during my election cycle. It's because of what happened all across Tarrant County when people finally said, it is right for me to own my Democratic roots. It is right for me to knock on doors across all of Tarrant County and in fact across North Texas. Look at what we did in Dallas County. We have so much to be proud of. And I know that these candidates who are running for office this time around can expect the same great outcome that I experienced in this election. It's truly my privilege to serve you, and it is such an honor to be here with all of you this evening to celebrate these accomplishments and to talk about what we're going to do in 2020 to make great things happen for families in Tarrant County and children across the state of Texas and in fact across this nation. I'm pretty confident that we're going to turn the State House blue this time around. And thank God the Republicans are giving us great help, aren't they? I was in a room full of legislators this evening before I got here, and it's clear to me that there are concerns on the faces of folks all across the state legislature, whether it's in the Senate or in the House, because they get what's about to happen. They see on the faces of this electorate that it is time for a change. They see the impact of what we accomplished in this last legislative session with just a few more Democratic voices. And so, folks, I'm confident that what you saw happen in 2018 is the tip of the iceberg. We are about to see a shift in Texas politics. The Texas House blue, but I think we are going to pick up some additional congressional seats.
Yes, ma'am.
For Texas. Where I believe that my friend and the friend of all of Tarrant County, of all of Texas, Wendy Davis, is going to take one of those seats. To ask if I would introduce Wendy this evening. And I was not about to pass up this opportunity. How rare it is in Tarrant County for you to have two Democratic women who have represented the same Senate seat. I'm always so excited when I look up and see Wendy walk on the Senate floor, this time in a beautiful pink dress, as a former senator of my seat. And it's interesting that we're making history here tonight as we talk about Wendy and what is to come. I've known Wendy for a long time. She and I have known one another since the early 90s when I was in the real estate business and my family and I were doing business at Wendy's Title Company here in Fort Worth. And who would have thought that over 25 years later that we would both be in this room tonight making history by winning Texas' only swing district again, that Wendy would have become the 14th, only the 14th woman to have ever served in the state Senate, and that I would later become the 22nd woman to ever have served in the state Senate. That is remarkable, and in no small measure due to that table full of women sitting right there who have fought so hard. Let me talk just a little bit about the fact that winning Senate District 10 is never easy. And Wendy and I can stand here and attest to that fact this evening, that our Republican opponents will do nearly anything to keep a Democrat from filling that seat. From the negative ads and mailers that you'll see, to filing frivolous lawsuits to keep you off of the ballot. But we know one thing about the families in Senate District 10 and across the state. We know that they are finally looking for the common sense problem solvers who will focus on the very real issues. Not the ideological issues, but the very real issues that are important to all of Texas. And that's how we educate our children. It's how we get our workforce developed in the state of Texas. It's how we look at our economy and how we keep economic development initiatives strong and hard at work to make sure that our economy is viable. In fact, to keep our economy continuing to spin. And then finally, to make sure that once and for all, we assure Texas citizens the right to their health care.
There you go.
Well, we all know that Wendy lives in Austin now. And it is not lost on Wendy that those common sense issues that she ran on right here at home in Tarrant County are the same issues that her families in Austin depend on her to fight for in Washington, D.C. And already we see Wendy running a campaign focused on those very issues that matter to Central Texas families. She is talking about the need to expand access to health care and the need to invest in our public schools. Not our charter schools, our public schools that educate all. I think it is so fun to see this beautiful, so well put together lady on the campaign trail right now talking about her grandchildren. Because that's what I have to do to talk about my grandchildren. So I am thrilled that you are in that boat with me now. And we all know, I know, that Wendy runs to win. And we're going to win this election. I'm confident that my friend Wendy's common sense vision will resonate in Central Texas, just like it resonated here in Senate District 10 in Tarrant County. I've watched Wendy for over 25 years be a beautiful mother, to go back to law school and get a law degree from Harvard, to serve as a city council member in Fort Worth, later as a senator. I watched her run a gracious campaign for governor, and I have no doubt that my friend Wendy Davis is going to be the next congresswoman from Central Texas, District 21 congressional seat.